Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video with me, Gav. This is going to be a channel update mainly. I haven't done one in a little while. I've not actually put a video out in a little while, I don't think. So it's just going to be a general catch up on what I've been doing, where I am with things, and such. I thought I'd try this slightly different camera angle, kind of facing with my desk behind me. Usually I sit facing that way, but I'll put the camera a little bit further away this time, kind of a bit more visual interest other than just a close-up of my mug. So what have I been doing? Well, first of all, I actually finally managed to get my PhD thesis finished. Paul, if you're watching this, you'll probably be sitting there going, "God, is he mentioning that again?" Yes, I am. So that got submitted a week ago, and so now I just need to wait on my examination date, which will be within a couple of months. So basically what that means is I've got more free time now. I'm still working along at the pub, but whenever I'm not working there, instead of having to be in the office now, I'm at home and at the bench, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. So that being said, what projects are on the bench for me at the moment? Well, shall we go in order of... The A10 is still there. That's the A10 still there. At the back of there is an Airfix Harrier GR9, which I stripped the paint off and intend to repaint properly this time. I'll probably do it in flight mode this time, just for a little bit of difference. Also, if I ever get to kind of setting all the Harriers I've got up on the shelf, having a couple on stands behind will save a little bit of space rather than having a whole line of them. Can have some flying over, which should be kind of cool. They look good in flight mode as well. Pretty sleek, pretty good looking. This black mass here, which you probably can't see, is the Type 99. It's still just primer. I don't have the right paint for it. Well, I say the right paint. I don't have anything that's actually even really close. So I need to get something. Either I'm going to try. I've been struggling to sort of get decent equivalents for the specific colours in Vallejo. The ones that it does have Vallejo in the instructions, but I don't really. I've had a look at them and they just don't look kind of remotely close. So I'm not going to bother. I think what I'm going to do is actually just get the Tamiya colours, because they do the proper ones, which is the JG SDF. So the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force, dark green and the dark earth, I think it's called. For that, because they're kind of slightly funny shades of green and brown. They're slightly weird kind of shades. So I've still got to get those. But when I do get those, I can crack on with that. It's literally just ready for paint now. What else? I'm working on the C-47. The fuselage is together. That's got to have some seams tidied up still. Most of them are done. You've got a wee bit to do. And I'm going to shoot a bit of primer on it, because the seam along the top is quite prominent. You know, that'll be quite obvious if that's not done properly. So, and the wings are together as well. So that's that. That's kind of slowly moving on. And also I've been working on my... So that's for Russell Goslin's D-Day group build, this one. And I've also been working on my... Well, I say my, I don't know if you even know. I basically started my Revell PZH 2000 in 1/35 scale for the ISM Steel Rain group build, which is artillery. So I couldn't use the Type 99 because it was already built when it started. But I built this, you'll not see it properly. But it's got green and brown on it now. So today's job when I finish this video is to go and get the NATO black onto that. And then that'll be the main painting on that done, really. The wheels are done because I used the Vallejo NATO green primer. You might not see that. Because it basically saves me a job. It primes and does the base colour all at once. And I did it on the Meng E with one I did before for the NATO Tritone. It worked really well. It basically means that then all you're doing is actually a two-tone camo. Instead of having to paint green, mask it, you know, primer it, then paint green on it, then mask that, then paint brown, then mask that, then paint black, then, you know, whatever. Also, I'm just freehanding the camo. Yes, okay, it might not come out quite as neat, it won't come out as sharp edged as if I use masks, however, I don't have the spare cash for J-Works masks. They're also a lot of work when I can freehand it to a level where I'm happy with it. You know, and also in the end, actually, if you look at the real ones, they're not hard edge. They're harder edge than an airbrush will often come across at scale, but that's a scale difference, not a technique difference, because they're applied by big spray brush anyway. It's just on a different scale, so you know, from distance it looks hard edge, but they don't mask them in real life. They just whack the paint on. You know, they're just freehanding it the same as I am. So I think it looks better. You get, especially the green and the brown, transition into each other quite well, even just without any filters or anything. They transition quite well, and that's the point of camouflage, is to break up the lines of the vehicle. You know, and you know, there shouldn't be too much the black will add a nice contrast to it. So we'll see how it looks when that gets on. The black, so the black and the green are the two predominant colours anyway. The brown is just kind of small bits here and there. So build wise, that was really quite simple. No fit issues, a few gaps in places, just where parts had quite rounded kind of edges, so you would get two bits joined together, and instead of it being like this, there was kind of like this, just because there was, you know, a lot of the corners are not very sharp compared to a lot of modern kits. But that's okay. I also just realised that there's actually still a invisible seam on the top of the muzzle brake, so I have to go and sort that out today. So that's that, and that's about it. That's all I'm working on. What's next? Well, I'll be finishing up this Panzer PZH2000. I'll be carrying on with the C47. When I get some paint, I'll carry on with the Type 99. Future builds. Well, in terms of group builds, there's quite a few on the go at the moment. I didn't join in with Freddie's Desert Storm group build, so I apologise, Freddie. It was mainly because I didn't have the time to go and kind of work to deadlines. I mean, I didn't start this till I was more or less done with my thesis, and it's just because it hadn't taken very long to build. So I didn't join in with that. I am going to join in with Aaron Nealon's trainer group build, so I'll do a quick introduction video for that after this. So I'll show you the kit I'm going to use for that. I'm not planning to join in Nigel Wells' Africa group build, mainly because actually in my stash now, I can't remember, I don't think I've actually got any World War II stuff anymore, oddly, in my stash, and I don't have anything suitable, and at the moment I'm not in a position to be buying more kits. I don't need any either, because I've got a big enough pile over there waiting to be done. So Aaron Nealon's I'll do because I've actually got some kits anyway. Desert Storm group build I could have done. I've got a couple of Buccaneers. I was planning on doing one of those in Operation Granby colours anyway. So, but I'll just build it in my own time. That's going to be a slow build anyway because I've got to rescribe and all that kind of nonsense. Chancellor North Wales is float plane group build. If you're watching this, mate, I can't remember when it starts. I apologise. I do now have a kit for that, if I so choose. The kit I got from the International Scale Model Cold War group build is a prize, the Valom AN2. The version I got is a float plane one, so I could use that. But we'll have to do. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go and watch through the videos and I'll remind myself when that starts. And if it's likely to be at a time when I'm not involved in other group builds or something, then I'll give it a go. If not, I'll probably just do it my own time. And the main reason for that is not being antisocial or anything. I like the idea of group builds. I join in group builds. I find it slightly harder to join in group builds on YouTube because they require to sit down and do a video about it. And I know it doesn't have to be much, but I don't often get the chance to film videos. Although that might change now that I've got a bit more free time, so who knows. So we'll just have to wait and see. Also, with me not being in the office anymore, uploading videos is quite difficult because my internet here is absolutely shockingly bad for uploads, and I can't get video files of a certain size off my phone. And the Wi-Fi on my phone stopped working, which means I can't upload straight from my phone anymore either. So I'm slightly kind of buggered, so we'll even see if I can get this one up. So beyond all that, you know, I've just got kits that don't, some fit into group builds that are upcoming, some don't. And I'm not in a position at the moment to be buying more kits, so I've got to make do with what I've got, which is absolutely fine. I'm not saying, you know, that means I'm needing, it's not a sly way of saying I need any kind of kits or anything, because I don't. I've got absolutely plenty to be getting on with, and actually I've got something I'm incredibly looking forward to do, and that's kind of the more of the thing. Generally speaking, I've always built models based on my want to build them, you know, and sometimes group builds come along where, yeah, okay, you know, North Africa, I mean, I'm a World War II buff, as people might know. I love the subject, I love the era, I love this, you know, I spend a lot of my own time reading about it and things. And so the idea of a North Africa group build is not against my modelling choices, it's just at the moment I don't have any kits for that, you know, and so if I was in a better position to buy some, I'd probably do it, but at the moment I'm not, so I just got to go with what I've got. So, other than the Aaron Newlands trainer group build and the ISM Steel Rain one, I'm not bothering with the 100 Years of Bombers one. So somebody else, without blowing my own drum, somebody else might have a chance of winning now. I'm kidding. I'm not bothering with that one because I don't actually have any bomber kits. Again, same reason, don't have any bomber kits, so I'm just not going to bother. There's the Steel Ring one came up, I do have artillery kits, so that's what I went with. Yeah, so after this lot, I really want to get on with the 148th Revell Hornet I've got sitting over there. I got a resin cockpit set for it and some different decals, and yeah, I really want to crack on with that kit. So once this is all done, that might well find its way onto my bench. If not that, then probably the Dragon USS Buchanan kit that I got from the Glockster 42's subscriber giveaway. So it'll be one of those two probably that makes its way onto the bench. Oh, and Aaron Newlands, if you're watching, Overlord, if I will remind myself, at the moment I can't remember when the community Matchbox build starts. I do have a kit for it though. I got a Matchbox Buccaneer actually, so so I might do that just because the kit's there. But we'll see. So I think that's about it really. Yeah. Current builds, future builds. That's about it really. Yeah. So don't think there's anything else. No, I think that's it. Alright then, in that case, I'll just say hello to everyone, to all my subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. And I'm away to go and spray black paint on a model. Hopefully in nice neat patterns. If not, I might cry. And I'll see you around YouTube and I'll see you around ISM. And until the next video, see you later. Thanks, bye.